they'll never eat McDonald's ice cream again after what employee just exposed what they put in it. Guilty pleasures are something that happens to the best of us. If your guilty pleasure includes greasy food, then you know that food poisoning is no respecter of persons when it comes to who it knocks down. We try to stay on the path to our goals, but stress or parties or just a busy schedule push us to the dark side where the food is fast, cheap and loaded with chemicals. We hope that message and chemicals are the worst things that go into our fast food, but in some cases, it's really not. Despite the strict health code regulations, sometimes the less than industrious employees of large chain drive-thrus don't always comply. There are of course exceptions, but in many cases, the people who staff the fast food places that we're trusting our very lives with are more worried about quitting time than keeping the food they're apathetically passing out to you clean and free of contamination. Since many people believe that ignorance is bliss on this subject, one blessed whistleblower from a McDonald's in Louisiana decided to document the proof that he needed to show the world that at least at his location, people were getting a side of more than fries with their McDouble and sweet tea. Via Conservative Tribune. Most of us eat at McDonald's, although we know it isn't good for us. But if you knew just how bad it was, would you change your mind? Evidence would suggest the answer to that is no. On Monday, McDonald's shares went up dramatically after the chain increased its same-store sales, according to MarketWatch. However, investors may not have seen a Twitter account that may be about to change all that in a major way, all from a young man by the name of Nick. Who is Nick? Well, he's a McDonald's employee, or former McDonald's employee, by the sound of things, who decided to expose the conditions behind the scenes at one of the chain's restaurants. Let's just say it's not anything you would want to see. Nick's original tweet was posted on July 14 and has been retweeted over 13,000 times, likely much to the chagrin of the world's biggest hamburger chain. We're not going to include the original tweet because Nick's Twitter handle has a misspelled swear word in it, TSK, Nick, but here's a picture of what you can expect to find inside one of the chain's ice cream machines. Yes, that's the ice cream machine. And believe it or not, things got worse from there. When some people said they thought that the picture was from the restaurant's grease trap, a very disgusting area of the kitchen no matter where you go, he shared this picture as proof. Okay, you're saying to yourself, it's just the ice cream machine. I can avoid the ice cream, right? Just get something like a quarter pounder and I'll be fine. Yeah, Nick wasn't quite done yet. In an interview with the Huffington Post, Nick says he worked at a McDonald's in Laplace, Louisiana but was fired. While there are 2 McDonald's in Laplace, a report from state officials shows 3 critical corrected violations at one of the locations. Those violations included citations that said our raw animal food is not separated from ready-to-eat food, or is placed, stored or displayed above ready-to-eat food. Food contact surfaces and utensils are not clean to sight and touch, and chemicals are stored with, above food, equipment, utensils, linens, single-service or single-use articles. Certainly sounds like the place. The report also noted that employees weren't wearing proper hair restraints, dog food was disposed of improperly and that the restaurant had plumbing that was not maintained. Nick, however, would not identify the particular McDonald's, only that he was fired for posting the photos. McDonald's would not comment on the location or the veracity of the photos. Nick says that while managers are supposed to clean the ice cream drip tray that started this all, he never saw a single one do it. He also described even worse things than the ice cream drip tray. Sometimes my coworkers would drop the food and put it back on the bun, Nick said. I've seen it happen several times. However, he seemed to indicate he would do it all over again. I feel like I did nothing wrong, he said. I sacrificed my job to show people what they're really eating. Something to think about next time you drop by your local McDonald's. If that doesn't make your stomach turn, I don't know what will. This is not only disgusting but potentially life-threatening. According to the CDC, about 1 in 6 Americans, or 48 million people, get sick, 128,000 have to be hospitalized, and 3,000 die of foodborne diseases yearly. It's sad to think that anyone would be so selfish that they would just stop cleaning the items used to make the food and conceal it from inspection, but it's happening. Sadly, like with any government oversight, health inspectors tip people off and get paid off themselves in some cases. And we're not saying that you can't get cheap food once in a while, but remember that if you're not inside, looking around and sniffing the air, you might be taking your life into your own hands when you food through a window in a paper bag. Share if you think the health code should actually be enforced. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.